Okay, so my first one, my first EEG, was sort of freaky because I didn't know what to expect. And you're supposed to sleep for like the 2 hour duration or whatever, but I was stressing out too bad, and I can't think of what she's called, the one that goes and she runs the EEG, she sort of freaked out at me because I wouldn't fall asleep. So that sort of sucks, so I pretended to be asleep. Still got results, but whatever. And then the second time, it was sort of really creepy because then I had my whole family in the room with me and they watched me sleep. So that sort of sketched me out a little, but I did fall asleep for the 2 hours. So that's sort of good, I guess. And yeah, it was. It's just mostly difficult to stay up for the whole period because you're supposed to stay up for like what, 24 hours I think it is or something. So that's sort of hard because I normally stay up for like 8 hours maximum because I sleep too much. What I experienced beforehand is sort of known as an aura, and what it is, for me, I smell barbecue sauce before I do have a seizure, and I was talking to Lexi about this, and she describes it as smelling burning toast before a stroke. So, yeah. And I also get like really bad double vision and get super duper dizzy. So, and then I black out, and I don't really know what happens between then and then the next 24 hours. Yeah. After I take to a seizure, I feel pretty tired after because it works all your body muscles and your mind and all that. So I normally sleep for 2 to 3 hours, and then I feel super nauseated, but I'm also hungry at the same time. So I just eat light snacks for like the next day or two, and I get serious headaches, so I end up taking a bunch of Advil, and it causes me to be super forgetful, and then it's actually pretty embarrassing afterwards too.
Why?
Why? Just sort of is to have people watching you in that state where you can't control what you're even doing. The daily struggles that I do have, well, I have forgetfulness, so half the time I forget what I'm talking about, and then I get judged really bad for it. Really shaky towards a lot of things that I do, such as, well, let me think. Can't even brush my teeth without jabbing myself in the face. So that sort of sucks. I can't apply makeup. I can't really write notes for school or anything like that, so that sort of sucks. I deal with daily headaches, and somehow I have managed to ignore the majority of them, so I can continue on with stuff that I do throughout the day. I go through 2 bottles of Lamictal in the run of a month. I take two of those a day. And then with my Keppra, I go through probably 3 bottles of these in the run of a month, and I take 3 of those a day. And the sad thing is, I take all of those, and they still don't really work completely. They're still trying to figure out what meds I need and stuff, because those all have pretty bad side effects. And they're still working on getting that done to see what they can change for me and stuff, but they don't really have many other options for me to take. So, one of my fears would be that I actually have a seizure in public, like a grand mal seizure. I have never ever had one of those in public, thankfully. They've all been in the comfort of my own home, and most of the time they're actually in my sleep too, so that's good. And the first one that I ever actually had was in my sleep, and I think I had 3 that day. And if it wasn't for Alexa, then I wouldn't have my medication. I wouldn't have been to specialists, but she was the one that caught them in time. So if it wasn't for her, who knows what would have happened. It's not really a fear, but it's sort of weird. This doesn't really tie into it that much, but it's sort of weird to wake up after a night of having seizures. And it actually happened before, I don't remember when exactly it happened, but I had a seizure and I ended up getting some really bad scratches and bruises from it. And then when I woke up the next day, I didn't even know that I was sitting in my bedroom. And that's a really scary feeling to have when you wake up and you don't recognize your room as your own. And you see all your blankets laying on the floor and you can't figure out why you're not cold. So, yeah.